Welcome to the studio at That Nerd Show. I'm Marcus Blake, and this is your daily nerd news for Tuesday, February 18th, 2020. Our top stories of the day take us to the world of film. We're going to be starting off with a new movie from Martin McDonagh. Martin McDonagh will be reteaming with Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, which they did a movie together called In Bruges years ago. But anyway, they have a new movie. It's called The Banshees of Inisheer. Was untitled for a little while, but breaking news today, we did find out the title of this film. And it will be done by Searchlight Pictures, reteaming everybody again. So anyway, the film is set on a remote Irish island, and they will play, Brendan Gleeson and Colin Farrell will play two lifelong friends who find themselves at an impasse when one abruptly ends their relationship with alarming consequences for both of them. It will shoot this summer. Film 4 is producing, and the film is being financed and was all put together by CEA Media along with Film 4. But anyway, the writer-director teamed with these two great actors and, of course, Ralph Fiennes in the McDonagh scripted black comedy called In Bruges back in 2008, in which Farrell played a hitman who botches a job and is brought to this picturesque city in Belgium to enjoy himself before he is bumped off by a colleague. Turns out the hitman is suicidal because of the botched hit. A child was killed, and when his buddy halts the suicide attempt and refuses to bump him off, both are targets of other assassins, especially their vicious boss, played by Ralph Fiennes. Anyway, this film was a breakout directorial debut for McDonagh. McDonagh has also directed previous films for Fox Searchlight, one being 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri, which won Oscars for Frances McDormand and Sam Rockwell. Also, in our personal opinion, should have won Best Picture that year. But anyway, Blueprint Pictures is backing the Banshees of Inisheer as the producer, with Graham Broadbent, Peter Suzanne, and McDonagh producing, and Durham Road McKenna, Ben Knight, Daniel Batzik, and Ollie Madden are the executive producers. No word yet on when this will be released, but like I said, they're shooting this summer, so we hope to see it early 2021. It's great to have this team back together again, because In Bruges was a fantastic film, and we do highly recommend it to our audience. As a black comedy, it doesn't, or black dark comedy, it doesn't get any better with that cast. So we very much look forward to seeing them together in another film. In other film news, Gerard Butler has his next project. He will be starring in the action thriller Remote Control for Hyde Park, and will also be produced by Eon, the same people that bring you the James Bond films. But anyway, the film just got a shot in the arm with the launch of the Gerard Butler action thriller Remote Control. That is EFM, the team behind it, and of course STX will distribute in the U.S. and launch international sales this week in Berlin on the movie, which will follow Michael Rafter, a former war correspondent turned corporate security consultant whose life is overturned when he receives a mysterious phone call from an unknown source. Intrigued by the caller's intents, Rafter investigates and soon uncovers the threads of a global conspiracy, finding himself drawn into a fight for his life and pursued by the 212, a powerful shadow organization. Rafter soon discovers what has been targeted and framed as the notorious international assassin Julian Irving. With his own identity erased, Rafter turns to the only person he can trust, his former love, Tracy, who is also implicated in the conspiracy. On the run together, they must stay ahead of the 212, the CIA, and a team of professional assassins, and unravel the mystery while trying to stay alive. Oscar-nominated director and photographer John Matheson from Gladiator will helm the project, based on a novel and screenplay written by Mark Brunell. Ahsoka Amirija will produce through Hyde Park Entertainment Group alongside Butler and Alan Segal through their G-Base Entertainment banner. Executive producers are Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli for Eon Productions. Priya Amarjah and Addison Mera for Hyde Park, and Danielle Robinson for G-Base. The project marks the third collaboration between STX and Butler following Den of Thieves and the upcoming Greenland, which was a hot seller at last year's EFM. This will be STX's first new movie to go through the recently announced Amazon deal in the United Kingdom, France, and Italy. STX's producer Adam Fulgerson had this to say: "As a producer and a star, Gerard Butler continues to be an extraordinary partner. We are excited to be reteaming with him and G-Base on remote control. This is the kind of high-stakes action story that he does best. The complete package of Gerard, Michael, and Barbara at Eon, and of course a shock at Hyde Park, makes this a hard-to-beat proposition for STX. We don't have a release date or when they're going to be shooting, but it looks like this is a film that should hit theaters sometime in 2021 or 2022. But it looks interesting, and of course being produced by Eon, the team behind the James Bond movies. They always seem to have good projects, so we have no doubt that this will be a good one as well, and we can't wait to check it out. In other movie news, Dexter Fletcher has his next project. The acclaimed director behind Rocketman and the Kingsman movies, and of course, I'm sorry, not Kingsman, but Eddie the Eagle. But anyway, it has been confirmed that he will be doing a remake of The Saint at Paramount Studios. The original movie was directed by Philip Noyce, and it starred Val Kilmer, who played Simon Templar, aka The Saint, a thief for hire. His job is to steal the secret process for cold fusion, which puts him at odds with a traitor bent on toppling the Russian government, as well as the woman who holds the secret. That woman in the movie was played by Elizabeth Shue. The movie was a kind of a reboot of the 1960s TV show starring Roger Moore before he ever did James Bond. And that was based on a 1920s book series by Leslie Charteris. But anyway, with a final domestic gross of $61.3 million and a global take of $118 million, 1997's The Saint didn't really start a franchise. It was just kind of a one-and-done movie. But anyway, he will be taking on the project, and that's about all that we know about it right now. But Seth Grahame-Smith from Dark Shadows and Lego the Batman movie is writing the script for the new version of The Saint, which Lorenzo di Bonaventura is producing along with Brad Cravoy and the late Robert Evans posthumously. So anyway, look for that in the next couple of years. The Saint has also been done for television. There's a great series, a French series on Netflix, and it's been rebooted multiple times. I know that French series also was on TNT for a little while. So you can check out the series on Netflix if you want, or you should be able to go back and watch the original movie with Val Kilmer, which was actually pretty well done for its time. Great little hidden 90s flick. So, we're going to get a reboot with The Saint, and we'll see how that turns out. But with Dexter Fletcher is at the helm, we have no doubt that it's going to be a good and interesting film. And now we turn our attention to TV news. We only have one item in the world of TV and streaming news today. It's in regards to the Kung Fu reboot that will be on the CW. And of course, more casting news for the pilot. But in case you didn't know, yes, Kung Fu, based off the 1970s David Carradine series about a monk who basically travels the U.S. and trying to help people and do right with martial arts. It's being rebooted for modern TV on the CW. But some important casting news. T.Z. Ma from The Man in the High Castle and the movie The Farewell. And Kheng Hong Tan from Marco Polo and Crazy Rich Asians have been cast as series regulars in the CW pilot. And of course, it's a reimagining with a female lead of the 1970s David Carradine character. So Ma and Kheng will play the parents of the protagonists in the project, from Christina M. Kim, Martin Garrow, Greg Berlanti, Sarah Schneider, and Warner Brothers TV, where Gem Greco and Berlanti are producers under the deals. It's written by Kim, inspired by, of course, the original series created by Ed Spielman. In the new Kung Fu, a quarter-life crisis causes a young Chinese-American woman to drop out of college and go on a life-changing journey to an isolated monastery in China. But when she returns to find her hometown overrun with crime and corruption, she uses her martial arts skills and Shaolin values to protect her community and bring criminals to justice, all while searching for the assassin who killed her Shaolin mentor and is also now targeting her. So a little bit of a departure, gets kind of a superhero feel to it. But again, it's a reimagining of the series. But Ma and Kheng will play the woman's father, Jin Chen, and mother, Mei Li, a husband and wife restaurant owners whose secrets threaten to destroy their lives just as they deal with the return of their estranged daughter. Kim and Guerrero executive produced via Garo Quinn's House Production Company, which produces an association with the Berlanti producers and Warner Brothers TV. They also said that together with his parents and 4 of his siblings, Ma worked in a family-owned restaurant on Staten Island when growing up. His extensive casting acting resume includes major roles in Wu Assassins, Veep, The Man in the High Castle, 24, Hell on Wheels, and Satisfaction. His feature credits include Arrival and The Farewell, Disney's upcoming live-action Mulan movie, which will be coming out this year, and of course Netflix Tiger Tail. Kheng is well known for her native Singapore and Malaysia, co-starred as the Empress Downwalker on the Netflix original series Marco Polo. She plays Carrie Chu, the mother of the protagonist, Rachel True, in the played by Constance Wu in the Crazy Rich Asians movie franchise. Of course, her English language credits also include Channel 4 limited series Chimera, guest shots on Medieval Police, Magnum P.I., and Grey's Anatomy. So, not hugely well known, but to Asian audiences, she is extremely well known. But this is what's going on. We have 2 series regulars for the new Kung Fu reboot that's going to be happening on the CW. Okay, that's what's going on in TV, film, and streaming news today. Not much happening today, but there's a little bit of news. Now we turn our attention to gaming. We still don't have any major announcements about the PlayStation 5, just rumors, so we're not going to go into that today. But we do have a couple of news items when it comes to Battle Royales in games. The first one being the Call of Duty Warzone Battle Royale is coming in March with a free-to-play version, according to reports. Call of Duty Warzone. It's often been leaked, but yet has been revealed that the Battle Royale for this Call of Duty is coming in March, according to a new report. In addition to unlocking automatically for owners of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, it will come as a free play game to better compete with games like Fortnite and Apex Legends. So this is kind of an interesting departure because nothing is ever really truly free with Activision and Call of Duty. The outlet spoke with a development source who said, barring for any unforeseen delays, Warzone should launch in early March, and because Call of Duty updates typically drop on Tuesdays, they believe March 10 will be the release date. These sources said marketing will begin this week, and Activision inviting select content creators to attend a preview of the game and record footage. It's the same kind of rollout we've seen a lot these days, including Apex Legends just last year. Only Apex was leaked the weekend before it launched. Warzone, meanwhile, has an average nearly a leak per day, according to ever since Season 2 of Modern Warfare launched. And this is the internet, so there's always tons of leaks that are always happening. But it looks like that we could see it around March 10th. After 2018's Blackout became the debut of the growing genre for Call of Duty, fans wondered whether Activision would make a standalone game. It appears this second iteration, Warzone, will do just that, and the same sources told VGC that Activision sees the free-to-play Warzone as one of the 3 pillars going forward with the series, along with Call of Duty Mobile and annual standalone releases, which are still expected to have campaigns, PvP, zombies, and other modes that we've come to expect in new Call of Duty games. Call of Duty Warzone, the often leaked yet to be revealed Battle Royale is coming. Well, of course, we've already told you it's coming in March. The outlet behind all this spoke with development sources who announced this report, who said, barring any unforeseen delays, Warzone should launch in early March. So we'll see what happens with that. So expect that to happen as soon as it drops. We will take a gander into Warzone and tell you all about it, whether it's good. But hey, it's at least worth trying if it's free. Which again, that's a huge, big departure when it comes to Call of Duty. All right, here's what else is going on in the world of gaming. For those that are still playing Red Dead Redemption Online, here's an update on some patch notes. You're going to be getting bounty hunting bonuses and, of course, a battle royale. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the latest game to have its own battle royale, but this time you're in the Old West. The latest Red Dead Online patch notes put an emphasis on bounty hunter and showdown missions. If that's your type of thing, you'll want to saddle up this week for the latest content update. There will be more coming out. But that's not all there is, of course. Here's a look at everything new to do in the Wild West this week. Bounty hunter missions include all legendary bounties and free roam bounty hunter events receive a boost of 50% bonus roll XP. The bonus applies from today through February 24th. Showdown players will receive 50% bonus XP through the same date. Of course, all races receive a bonus 50% XP rate as well. This week's also features a series is the Gun Rush. Teams with Red Dead Online can take on a Battle Royale mode. The map will shrink ever smaller as cowboys and cowgirls and teams are driven towards the bloody conflict. In the store, new bounty hunter variants of the Schofield revolver and bolt action rifle are available for a limited time. While you can take advantage of 30% discounts on the Lamette revolver, repeating shotgun, and old reliable itself, the reinforced lasso. But anyway, if you're playing on PS4 and have an active PlayStation account, you'll be gifted additional items in 3 Moonshiner mash refills and 3 Trader resupplies. So it's not all about bounty hunter roles this week. Again, there is a bit of a battle royale, which is kind of interesting because Red Dead Redemption is the first game to actually have a battle royale set in the Old West. So you can actually check that out starting this week based on the latest patch. And if you haven't logged into Red Dead Redemption anytime soon, go ahead and check that out and get the latest updates. That's what's happening in the world of gaming, TV, and film today. It's kind of a light news day. Pardon the interruption while you watch this fantastic video by That Nerd Show. But we wanted to remind you that when you're done, go to mynerdswag.com and check out all the cool swag that we sell to help support this great news outlet. Yeah, if you like funny gaming or pop culture retro t-shirts, we have them. If you want a fantastic nerd bracelet to show your love as a nerd, we have that. We are also the home of the Baby Yoda t-shirt. That's right, we got a Baby Yoda t-shirt that you can buy and help support That Nerd Show. So when you're done, go to mynerdswag.com, check it out, help support the show, and keep the lights on. Every purchase helps. And now for our question of the day. Since we keep talking about Battle Royale modes in games like Call of Duty and now Red Dead Redemption, and of course Fortnite is popular along with Apex Legends, I think it's time to ask the question to all the gamers out there. How many Battle Royale games do we really need? It seems like everybody's jumping on the bandwagon ever since games like Fortnite came out, or really Overwatch is kind of what started this trend a few years ago. But, you know, Call of Duty 4 or Black Ops 4 has its own blackout mode, its Battle Royale mode, and now we're getting Call of Duty Warzone, which, thank God, it's going to be free. But it seems like this is the way gaming is going, that it's just one big free-for-all Battle Royale without any kind of strategy anymore. So how many do we need? Tell me how many different variations of a Battle Royale that we can really have and stuff. Shouldn't we really just make one game where you can continually change the map, characters, and throw you in different situations and just call it Battle Royale for gamers or something along those lines? I mean, I get having different scenarios. I get having different kinds of games that have this mode. I mean, there's Paladins, there's Overwatch, there's Fortnite, Apex Legends, you know, Player Unknown Battleground. But when is it enough? What else are we going to do? I mean, I guess technically we haven't done a Star Wars lightsaber battle royale yet. I mean, I'm not trying to give developers any ideas, but then again, I would probably check that out. But I think it also gets into another conversation about taking away from actual gaming and strategy. You know, teaming up with people and stuff. It just seems to be the latest craze in gaming compared to finding games with really good multiplayers, putting together your team and going on raids. I mean, that was what made Destiny so popular. We're starting to rediscover our love for the Division games where there's, you know, a lot of that. But being online all the time, I mean, if you go on Twitch, it seems like most of the channels is just people playing Fortnite. Why? Shouldn't we get into more strategy-based games? Games where you really can team with people, chat. At least that's what we try to do at That Nerd Show. If we're online, we at least try to talk about strategy and give each other a hard time. We try to work together as a team when we do games like Sea of Thieves or Remnants from the Ashes. Or, you know, we're doing kind of a free-for-all, at least when we're doing kind of a free-for-all battle royale type mode or teams-based thing in Battlefront, we're working together in strategy as a team, you know, to try to take on the bad guys and try to kill as many as we can. But how many battle royale games do we really need? I mean, how many do we even have out there? It seems like everybody has some kind of mode now. Isn't it enough? I mean, hasn't the market oversaturated now? I'm asking gamers. I'm asking you. We're posing the question for you. When is it enough? And sub-question, why should I care? Give me a reason to keep caring about these Battle Royale games compared to a good story, a good strategy. And I do use the Division games as an example, considering we've recently just started playing these again and building our team to take on little missions in a real, what would be considered a real life strategy game. If, you know, the government fell and you basically got gangs that are running roughshod over each other and you're having to reclaim different parts of a city like New York or Washington, D.C., okay, and trying to restore basic services from thugs, okay? Isn't that more fun than just having a battle royale? I mean, every once in a while I like to get into Fortnite and it's kind of fun and it's kind of cool, and it's cool that they have Star Wars characters, or, you know, I can play as Batman. But to spend hours upon hours playing these games, you know, when is it enough? So that's our question. How many Battle Royale games do we really need? For me personally, I think we just need one. Make one big Battle Royale game where you can have different landscape, different kind of scenarios, different looks to it, and it encompasses everything that we want in a Battle Royale game. So that's all it is. We can buy that one game or buy some additional content if we want, and we don't have to download multiple different modes from different games. It's all in one place. It's a package deal for those that like to play Battle Royale games. So that's what I'm personally looking for. And maybe we'll get that one day. But anyway, we'd like to hear from you. You can tweet out your answers to us at That Nerd Show. That's our handle, at That Nerd Show. So, how many Battle Royale games do we really need? We'd love to hear your answers. I'm Marcus Blake with That Nerd Show, and this has been your daily nerd news for Tuesday, February 18th, 2020. Until the next time, goodbye. Hello there, fellow nerds. I'm Marcus Blake, the editor and producer of That Nerd Show, and we need your help. That's right, we need your support. Like any news outlet, we rely on advertising and donations to keep the lights on. To be the greatest show in this universe, we need funding, and that's where you come in. Like most artists out there, we actually have a Patreon account, and we're asking for donations. But we're not just asking for you to give us money, we actually have stuff that we're going to be giving away if you donate. So we'll be uploading more and more videos to our Patreon account from YouTube, from our daily news to interviews with celebrities to gaming videos and all of our other individual shows that we are doing here in 2020. But to keep us going, we need a little bit of funding. And then again, that's where you come in. So it can be as little as $1. $1 makes all the difference in the world. And you can do anywhere from $1 to $3 to $5, all the way up to $500. And we're going to be giving stuff away for your donations. So you could get some Nerd Power wristbands or any other wristbands from our series of wristbands that we're creating for nerds. You can get cool retro gaming t-shirts from our Nerd Swag shop if you make a donation of $20 or more. You can even get advertising on our website or within our videos if you make a purchase or donate $50 or more dollars. We have different tiers, like most artists. Want that new video game that's coming out this year? You want to be playing the same video game we are as we're reviewing it? Hey, you can do that with a $100 donation. Are you looking to get a new console before the year is out? Hey, $500 and you can get an Xbox One, a PlayStation 4, or even a Nintendo Switch. It just takes a little bit to help us. As little as $1 per video that we do. And we're going to have a variety of videos that you can help support. So if you like our content, if you like everything that we do as nerds, from honest conversations about pop culture to great celebrity interviews to wacky and fun gaming videos, then help support us on our Patreon account. You can check us out at patreon.com/thatnerdshow. You can check us out at patreon.com/Take 3. Go to patreon.com/thatnerdshow and make your donation today. Even if it's just $1, we would greatly appreciate it. Thank you and stay nerdy.